Hey Clashers, we finally have the first sneak peek for the Town Hall 16 update this December, and this means new bidding level, new troop level, new hero level, upgrade, and time cost reductions and everything, and balance changes on top of that. But let's start things off first with saying that there won't be a new hero for the Town Hall 16 update, as Darian has said in one of his latest interviews. On top of that, as you already can tell, there's going to be crazy time and cost reductions for the lower Town Hall level, even for Town Hall 15s though. And we will talk about that a bit later, because let's start things off before we're upgrading the Town Hall and see how the new graphic and everything looks like. Let's remind quickly of the creator code. If you're buying anything from the in-game shop, like Gold Pass, like offers for skins, runes, magic items, whatever, make sure to support your favorite content creator out there. And if you want to support this channel and me, make sure to use code iTzu. But let's start things off with the upgrade of the Town Hall, because we want to upgrade this and it only takes 14 days. But if we gem it, we can tell what the new theme is going to be for the Town Hall 16. It's going to be the nature. And this means a lot of green, a lot of wood and other things included in this design overall, which is quite nice. It's quite nice. But let's take a look at the design and how it's shooting back, because I feel like this is something you all want to see. So you can tell that Inferno thing on top of the Town Hall is looking really threatening. It's still having 4 beams and you can't upgrade the Town Hall. So you have it on 1 star as soon as you upgrade the Town Hall from Town Hall 15 to 16. And that's pretty much it. Like, you can't upgrade it any further. The next thing is we get new hero level though. 5 level for the Queen, for the Warden, for the King, and for the Royal Champion. All of them are getting 5 new level. Take a look at that. It's going to be, well, quite expensive, but at the same time, not as expensive as you might think, because with all of the cost reductions below, the cost for Town Hall 16 is somewhat acceptable. As well, make sure that you get this Gold Pass, because this 20% difference is quite a bit. But let's move on with the first building getting a new level, which is the Expo. As well, this might be one of the first Town Hall level where we do not get a Clan Castle level early on, which is maybe something interesting to notice. But with the Expo changing in graphics and in design, it's quite nice looking, I think, with the overall style. Air Defense is another building which is getting a new level, which is quite cool. And you can see already the little teaser that balloons are getting a new level and a new design as well, which is going to be quite nice. Let's move on to the next defense. It's going to be the Wizard Tower. Wizard Tower as well is getting a new level, and it's getting this red and wood vibe overall as well, and it's looking pretty nice. Let me know, by the way, what you think of the overall design, the hashtag nature of this new tower level. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Looking forward to see what your opinion on that is. But let's move on with the mortar, and that one is kind of cool because it shoots slime. I mean, that's nice, right? It looks really funny with having like those slime balls getting shot at enemies, and overall I like the design quite a bit. Moving forward, it's going to be the bomb tower, because, well, we need something to defend the super archer blimp, guys, because the super archers might get a new... Don't get too crazy just yet, okay? We will take a look at the troops in just a second. Before that, we take a look at the building to unlock all of those troops, which is the lab, getting a new level as well, which is, as well, really cool looking with the design overall, really getting into this nature vibe. But there's way more buildings we have to take a look at before going to the troops, because, well, for Town Hall level 15, we have as well a new level for a building, which is the barracks. But if you really want to know what this does, this is just the first sneak peek. Make sure that you're sticking around, because we have way more sneak peeks to go. And the next thing as well, we have a new pet house level. Same thing as the building we just had. It has a new level, and that's all what I'm going to say for now. Let's move on though. Let's move on for the next buildings, which are really weird, to be honest, because what is weird about storage is, well, with all of those costs and time and whatever reductions, you don't really need them anymore, which is kind of crazy, because all of those costs and time reductions means that the upgrade times and the costs are way lower, so those level, they're not really needed. On top of that, the building with the highest upgrade time is now 16 days. Isn't that crazy? So Supercell has really listened to all the feedback. So 16 days is now the highest upgrade time. And you remember like the eagle and stuff for Town Hall 15? Yep, all of those things are going to be reduced, which is quite a bit, guys. Let's move on though with the traps. Giant bomb, small bomb, and red mines are getting a new level, which are for sure needed. I'm a bit surprised that we don't get a new black mine level, and you will tell in just a couple of seconds why I'm confused about that. But hey, let's take a look at the one last building, or is it a building? Let me know what you think, if it's really a building, but it's the walls. The walls are getting a new level, and only one piece is costing 9 million. You can already unlock 150 of those walls to get them to max level, not more, not less. Next thing, with the lab, let's take a look at the troops. First things, Barbarian. Pros, please, don't go too crazy about it just yet. Please wait for the other sneak peeks, okay? I know that Super Barbarians are really strong for pros, but the stats are not that crazy, okay? They're getting only 100 HP and like 20 DPS, so wait for the other sneak peeks, please. Next one is the Super Archer and Archer as well. Wait for the next sneak peeks, guys. But the Super Archers and the Archers are getting a new level, which is as well overall quite strong. The boost though for the Super Archers is not as massive as you think. It's overall 50 HP, which is quite nice. That's like quite a bit. But the damage is only getting increased by 6 DPS, which is not much. Okay, so don't panic too much. The next troop is not having as much impact as the first two, which means the Giant is like the Giant and he's not getting used that much. Sometimes as like a spring trap, test troop for ice golems, for example, but otherwise not really. The same thing goes for the Super Giant. Not that used, or not that much used overall, so not that much impact. But moving forward, we have obviously the Wall Breaker. I mean, the Wall Breaker needs a new level as well. If you have new wall level overall, just to make sure that you can still get through all of that. I won't show you the stats of the Super Wall Breaker because it's just, as always, just a bit of stats boost to make sure that you can still get through the highest level of walls. Next thing is the Balloon. And oh boy, we have a new level for a really high impact troop, which is the Lava Balloon. It has not gotten a new level on Town Hall 15, but now for Town Hall 16, there is the new level with 100 bonus HP. As well, on top of that, we obviously have the Rocket Loon getting a new level. Always remind that, and this means that we have 100 HP as well on this troop, and overall, quite a bit of death damage increase, 100 overall, so that might be interesting to look into. Next thing is the Wizard. The Wizard now looks really cool with his new look, like more yellowish, I guess. But what is really interesting is this Super Wizard, because that one gets a new level as well. It's not having the craziest stats changes, I would say. It's like having 15 DPS more, which is quite nice. But with the Super Wizard blimp, I think everything is going to stay somewhat the same. It's usable, but it's really situational. One thing I am personally really excited about is the healer level. I love Queen Chargers, and even the best Queen Chargers on Town Hall 15 in the World Championship had only a 42% hit rate. That is just so low, considering this is one of the most fun strategies in the game overall. So healers get new level, I'm really excited about. Dragons, yep, that's right. Dragons on their own are not that strong. But do you know what is strong? That's right, the super version. And that's something which get obviously a new level as well. The Super Dragon gets a new level. It's overall 300 hit points and, well, 19 DPS. That's quite a bit, I would say. So the Super Dragons are for sure a force you have to reckon with, because they will be really strong. And why is it always that one of the coolest looking troops is just so useless? Yep, the P.E.K.K.A gets a new level. I am not really sure if it's really getting used a lot, but hey, come on, the design is a 10 out of 10. It looks so epic, it's crazy. But unfortunately, not that strong. Miner is getting a new level. And oh boy, I have already told you, Queen Chargers are going to be stronger again. Queen Charge Hyper Attackers, get ready. Your time to shine is here. Because overall, I want to already say this at this point, is the balance overall will more feel like Town Hall 14. Okay, like how hard it is to attack. Town Hall 14, that's kind of like the thing, what the balance will look like. Even though with Town Hall 14 balance, I don't think super mines are going to be that great. They're still going to be really not the best troop. But now, with not talking about the best troop, let's talk about the best troop, which is going to be Electro Dragons. And oh boy, take a look at those stats. It's only 200 HP, you might think, but they will be one of the strongest troops on Town Hall 16. I think overall, it's just super sad thought. Let's have those casuals some fun. It's fine. They're no big tournaments. It should be alright. Those E-Dragons are going to be wrecking bases. But hey, now my favorite troop, or one of my favorite troops, the Dragon Rider. It was so useless on Tournament 15, and on Tournament 16, it's back, baby. It's going to be really strong, especially with Queen charges. That might be something already I'm looking into for the Legend League. But let's move forward with the next troop. We're going from bad and useless to good, back to useless, because we're back at Valkyries. I still wait for the moment where they get reworked, to be honest. The same thing happens obviously to the Super Valkyrie. Yeah, it's not that great, guys. It's not that great in my opinion. I just think they need to rework the entire troop. But something, again, talking about cool looking, maybe the Golem. It looks really cool. And I don't know, is it the only one? Am I the only one? Like, his eyes are looking like the front thing of cars? I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy at this point. I wouldn't be surprised. But either way, Golemites are obviously going to be there with the same design, but we get a new witch level. I know some people will be really happy about that. Witches are getting a new level, and that is going to be crazy because super witches are getting a new level as well. And one thing I can tell you, the HP is not getting increased that much, like for the super witches, but the damage, oh, that's going to be a different story. I will just tell you in just a second as we just take a look at how the Larrys will finish off the gold mine. But super witches overall, they get 200 more of the HP, but their damage is getting increased by 30, and you know how time is always a big factor, so having a 30 damage increase per second is quite a bit. So I'm looking forward to see some super witches maybe again. That would be quite nice to see them having some success again in Clash of Clans. But with that being said, let's move on to the spells. And we have lightnings coming back. And remember, scatter shots did not get a new level. So now you can again take down scatter shots with 6 lightning. Kind of as Tournament 15 was in the beginning, where you were able to take those out. Another thing, I told you, Queen Charge Hybrid players, your time to shine. A heal level spell. I mean, spell. The level for the heal spell is going to be nice as well. Recall, I think it's kind of useless. The level, not the spell. But the level with 6,000 space more won't really have a big impact, at least in my opinion. At least what I've thought so far. The next thing is going to be the poison, which is always nice. You always take those. It's nothing going to be something special, but you always like to take those poison level, because it's always nicer to take down the defensive clan castle. And this is how all of the new troops look like. They look quite nice. I like the healers a lot, by the way, with the green wings. They look amazing. But overall, let me know what your favorite troop look is, because they all look amazing. Next move, we have just upgraded the Town Hall. Let's upgrade to fully max Town Hall 16, and this is what is going to be possibly upgradable in the beginning, which is quite a bit, which is quite nice. So overall, a lot of things to upgrade. But guys, we're not even close to being done for this sneak peek, because let's get ready. The hype in the chat should be real, because you finally can attack your own free challenges. That's really, really cool, okay? That's amazing. You can delete it, like in the clan capital and stuff. You can scout your own bases, you can attack your own bases. So for example, if you're in a clan where you're kind of alone on your town level, like you're the only town of 15, the only town of 5, the only whatever you are, then you can attack your own bases, which is really, really nice. For tournament players, you can attack your own bases, you can practice on your own bases, and that is something which is massive, which is a massive quality of life improvement, which I feel like it is going to be amazing. I think that is the least I can say there. So, friendly challenges, being attacked, but like being able to attack yourself is going to be a really, really big quality of life change, which is going to come in this next update. But as I already said, there's more. I mean, as I said, we're not done yet. There is more. Next thing, balance changes. I already said, Rage Tower is the most busted defense there ever was in Clash of Clans. And this, all of those defenses right there, would have been in the Rage before the nerf. And now the range is nerfed by 1 tile. Now there's finally counterplay to the Rage Tower, because you can no longer anymore put Inferno Towers in there without being zappable, which was just wrong. The next thing is the damage boost from 90% is getting reduced to 60%. And the worst thing about this, that's right, it's still the strongest spell tower. This just shows you how busted this was before. But let's move on with more nerfs. And I have to kind of take a look at my list here, because there's so many numbers. The Eagle on level 6 is going to be nerfed as well. From 225 damage per shot, is going to be going down to 500. And that's a nice nerf. The next thing which is getting nerfed is the Town Hall poison. That's right. Whenever you destroy the Town Hall, it lasted for 16 seconds. This now is going to be reduced to 12. So overall, quite a big nerf. You can see already with one of the Electro Dragons getting out of the poison and then flying back into, with the old duration, he would go down. But with the new one, the poison is running out and he's going to survive. On top of that, the Town Hall DPS is going to be nerfed as well for those higher Town Hall level. On top of that, the X-bots are going to be nerfed as well for the higher Town Hall level. I will have you the stats on the screen so you can see exactly what I mean. But we'll just keep going with the list because there's many nerfs. Like Supercell has really realized that this meta, which we just had on Town Hall 15, was only for the pros. And this game is played not mainly by the pros. The next thing with the Inferno Tower is getting nerfed as well, which is amazing. The Scatter Shot is getting nerfed as well, which is quite nice. And now, on top of that, the Monolith is going to be nerfed as well. You see, there's a lot of nerfs happening to defenses. As I said in the beginning, the overall vibe will be more like Town Hall 14. I know this is not perfect for pros, but remember, 99.9% of the players are not pros. The next thing is, we now have overall 40 pages of time and cost reductions. This is the biggest time and cost reduction we have ever had in Clash of Clans. As I said, the longest upgrade time now is going to be 16 days. That is a massive change. On top of that, as I said already, with the cost reductions for heroes and stuff, it is crazy how less resources you need now for the upgrades. I know there's going to be people out there saying, when I was at that point, I had to farm my stuff and now everyone can do whatever they want and they will get maxed out. I don't understand those people, to be honest, because in the end, it's always good for the game, so for you as a player as well, if there is new players coming back to the game or like joining the game overall or coming back playing again, because this is how the game keeps moving forward, right? And for you, it's not affecting you if another player gets maxed out or not. Just be better and you'll not have any problems. So in the end, it's like, in my opinion, a skill issue if someone is saying that in the chat, but yeah, that's pretty much it. But otherwise, we have a ton of changes, in my opinion, which are incredible in this update. And as said, the cost reductions are one of the best things and especially biggest things for all of those non-max players. All of the entire list obviously is going to be in-game as well if you want to go through this step by step and really want to make sure that what changes are affecting you as a player the most, and we should see some of those quality of life changes there as well, which I might have not mentioned just yet. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the first sneak peek. Make sure to come back tomorrow because every Town Hall needs a special defense. And this is only the first sneak peek. So I will see you guys back tomorrow for sure with another one. And I will see you guys until then, and bye bye.